No.
Good morning and welcome to your Life A to Z. We've got a great show. Chef Ivan Flowers is here today from Fournos restaurant in Sedona, making something I've never heard of.
Well, it's the letter U, and
Yes.
it's called umami.
Which means?
Umami translates in Japanese to good flavor, good taste.
Oh,
And a lot of people have heard about it. We're going to show you the foods that are natural in umami, how to work with it, and how to really bring flavor out in food naturally.
Which is probably what all of us should learn, because if you're not a good cook, because you don't know what goes with what, that's kind of the basis of cooking, knowing
Absolutely.
what spices or ingredients go with certain fish or chicken and so forth.
Which foods have the most kick, the most flavor, and how to work with them.
Oh, good. That'll be fun. Then we'll talk with you in a little bit more about umami. Welcome back, everyone. I'm with Chef Ivan Flowers from Fournos Restaurant in Sedona. You've been working your way through the alphabet.
And we're on the letter U.
Can't believe we've already gotten to
fast,
you. So for you, you're making something called
Umami.
umami.
You know, you might have seen the commercial for like Kikkoman soy sauce, where it talks about umami. Umami is, in translation of in Japanese, good flavor, good taste.
Okay.
Scientists years ago came up with foods that have a lot of umami, which means they have the amino acid glutamate. Years ago, you remember monosodium glutamate,
Right.
MSG, and they would take a salt molecule with the amino acid and come up with a spice for foods that didn't have umami, but it had a reaction.
Right.
These are natural foods high in
I
glutamate.
gotcha.
So one of the biggest is cured pork. So we have a little bacon, and we're sauteing a little bacon with some nice sweet Maui onions. And these are very, very high in glutamate.
But it has to be the Maui onion, sweet Maui, not just a white
Any
onion?
kind of onion is fine. You know, and an onion has a lot of that umami in it,
Put
a lot
some
of that
eggs
savory.
in that and you're good for breakfast.
You're good to go. So you just want to get this going. At this point, your favorite ingredient,
Garlic.
a little garlic, okay?
And garlic's good for you.
Garlic is great. Garlic and avocados are one of the most amazing things.
Yes.
So we get that font going a little bit because we want to build a nice flavor base.
And that smells good too.
At this point, I'm going to go, and you can use any white wine. This is a Torrontés from Argentina.
Oh,
This
I
is
like the name,
An
Torrontés.
amazing wine.
Is that umami flavor? Is that a thing? That's a umami?
Yeah.
Because of it's wine, so that adds
It's
flavor?
fermented. There's a lot going on.
So can you make this mixture with anything?
Sure.
Okay.
At this point now, when you do your clams, these are
those
Long
are
Island little neck clams. You want to cut them where they're pretty big, okay? And you want to go in and just get your clams going.
Did you take those out of the shell?
I did. I took them out of the shell this morning.
Can we use like scallops or something else if we want
Absolutely.
to? Okay.
Sure, absolutely. So you don't want to cook the clams too much. At this point, I'm going to go in with a little clam juice with shiitake mushroom in it.
Where'd you get that?
They sell it in the supermarket. You buy it dry, and you infuse it into your clam juice. Shiitake, dried mushrooms, huge in umami, huge flavor, because the water's been taken out and they're very concentrated.
Okay.
I turn off the heat.
That's for girls like me who love the flavor of mushrooms, but don't like the consistency of them.
Absolutely. And you can infuse it right in a little fresh oregano and thyme.
Oregano and thyme.
And I'm going to put in panko, a little Japanese breadcrumb, okay? Not a lot. Nothing worse than clams bready. All you want to do is just enough so it binds it a little bit. And you've got a nice little, almost like a warm salad here. At this point,
I'm assuming there's a lot of umami ingredient
There is.
things, right?
There is.
You're just using some of them.
yeah, beef, cured pork, tomatoes, soy sauces.
A lot of dried herbs.
Dried herbs, things that are really, really savory. It's the fifth sense. It's the savory. So that just kind of comes together. At this point, what you want to do is I boil my clam shells because it makes them, you want the abductor muscles off.
Yeah, it looks nice and
you want them
clean.
nice and clean.
Yeah.
If you were doing this with scallops, it's like mother of pearl. And the vinegar, the white vinegar, makes it absolutely beautiful. And all you're going to do is you're going to go in.
So this is how to eat those without the mess. It's all done for you.
Absolutely.
Wow, look
And
at
then
that.
what we're going to do is we're going to do a few of them. And then you can see over here, I'm going to put these in the oven so we have them when we come back. About 455 degrees, maybe 5 minutes.
This little clam just popped his head out here. I just saw him open up. That is so
they're
cool.
very
I've never
much
seen that before.
He's saying hello.
All of a sudden, I saw a little spoot of water come out,
there
and
he
his
is.
little, look, he's trying. come out. That's
And this is a
funny.
Long Island clam, so you know
Long
they have a little
Island.
attitude. They're talking a little bit.
Yeah, I see that
Yeah,
there.
and little necks are great. Cherry stones are a bit smaller. Little necks are sweeter, more delicate.
I've never bought. Do you buy them like this, closed, and then do you pop them open?
Well, you know, with clams, and you know, the viewers should know this, clams are hard to open, okay? So clams you want to be shut, and then of course you take a clam knife and you go down the side. You want to be careful that you don't cut yourself.
So you don't boil them to open
Yeah,
them?
that's very good. What you can do is, if you want to put them in a little wine and a little water, just until they barely open, and then go in with the knife, you can make this dish, and you don't have to worry about cutting
Yeah, I
yourself.
saw him. He was trying to come out, that little
Yeah,
guy.
well, he's saying hello.
So
you know,
there were
he's-
like little animals in there.
They're alive. Yeah, they're
They're alive.
bivalves. You know.
Okay.
They're
Can you
bivalves.
tell I'm not from the East Coast? I don't know a lot about shellfish.
Yeah, you
These
know.
things I'm learning. Thanks, Ivan. All right,
you're
you're going to
welcome.
finish this up in a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to show you the sauce
Okay.
and how to plate it. and-
Yum.
Yeah,
All right. Very interesting. I learned a lot today. Thanks.
you're welcome.
All right, if you want the recipe, if you want to try this yourself, of course, you can go to our website at azfamily.com/yourlife. All right, it's time. Chef Ivan Flowers is back from Fournos Restaurant in Sedona doing the umami.
The umami, the clam's done
Clams.
umami style, and we're going to show you how to do really easy sauce, really
Okay.
nice. Get your pan a little hot. Going to go back in with the Tarantus a little bit, and just
White wine. Any good white wine,
any
right?
good white wine.
Okay.
Let it just come to a little bit of a boil. Only takes a few seconds. And the alcohol cooks off.
Right.
I saved a little of the clam juice with the
Okay.
shiitake. And again, the natural clam juice from the clams, dried shiitakes, you bring it up to a boil, not even a simmer for 30 seconds. And that will infuse. And you want to go
Ah.
in with your clam
And
juice.
a lot of flavor in that.
A lot of flavor, especially with that shiitake. A good marinara, okay? Really good marinara.
So if you just use tomato sauce, it wouldn't work, huh? You need
Well,
a
I mean,
marinara.
a good marinara has a lot of spices. It has
Yeah,
garlic.
right.
It has onions.
You want all that.
Fresh basil. You want all that. And again, it's a very simple sauce. You can use a canned sauce, which is fine.
Oh, okay.
It has nice flavor.
I didn't hear just hear
Well,
that.
some people, you know,
That smells
they don't have
good.
time. I'm going to go in with a little bit of lemon.
Wow.
Caught that pit there. We were lucky.
Yeah.
Take it off the heat.
Yummy.
And we're just going to go.
So is this something different from that, what most people think of as that white wine, garlic, buttery sauce
You
for
can
the
do
clams?
it that way too.
Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
That was
Clams, linguine, they do white wine and garlic. So a nice, very, very light sauce. 450 to 500.
You bake those guys
Bake them,
after you filled them with that mixture you showed us earlier.
and we're just going to go around.
Very pretty. How do you eat that? Do you just take a fork and dig it out?
Or you can suck it right out, but most people take a fork.
That's a
'cause
lot
they're
of
rather
meat.
large, yeah.
Okay.
And Parmesan cheese, huge with umami. You can go on the internet and see which foods have a lot of umami. Parmesan is huge.
All right.
And, you know, of course, because it's aged. And then I like to take a little lemon with some chives. Go right in the center.
Beautiful. And if you want the recipe, thanks, Ivan. That's gorgeous.
welcome.
You can, of course, go to our website. We'll have it there for you. And we'll be right back. Ooh, it looks pretty.